More teams to put together, creation of board negotiating teams for TEA and AFS CME asks me as the base wage increases and review of potential meeting dates.
So we really need two separate committees. We would like a board committee that works with the teachers and then a second committee that works with the AFSCME. And I know from contact that I have had with the TEA, they would prefer Wednesday evenings, beginning at 6:30, if that were possible, for the members that they have that are serving on the negotiation team. And I believe Mr. Gorder got the dates of September 25th and October 4th from the AFSCME union.
Yep, tentatively set, and I'm not sure exactly what kind of team AFSCME plans to bring. I think what we had discussed, it would be just myself, the board, and possibly AFSCME president and representative at that first meeting, and see where we go from that point. Is that a...
Yes.
That those dates are fairly firm.
Yes, I've communicated with both Scott and Miguel from AFSCME.
Okay.
So if they work for you, that's fine. If only one works, we understand. We just want to get one going so that we can plan after that. So.
Do we just need general approval then to put together these teams? Are you looking for something more specific at this point?
I think from the TA perspective, we'd like to set a date and know who the board members are that are going to be serving on that committee. Okay. And then I think the same with the AFSCME, who are the board members serving on that committee, and would September 25th or October 4th work best as an initial meeting?
How many do you need on each one?
Three on each. I know Mr. Hennessy volunteered to be on the Asks Me.
I don't think there's a requirement that there's necessarily has to be three. That's just been the district's past practice, is to have three.
No, I think that's a good idea. I've looked for two other people for that committee.
Ask me. What was the date? September what?
25th.
It's the
25th or the 4th. And the 25th, just as a reminder, is the WASB drive-in in on Alaska. So John and Pam and Judy, I think the three of you are signed up for that.
And what was the other possible date?
October 4th. October 4th.
Well, I've got two people for the, Mr. Grosstein volunteered to be on the Ask Me committee. So there's two.
Gary and Brian?
Yes. And then if a third person wants to...
Conflict of interest because of Meredith? No, she's not.
I can be, but I would miss, I'm going to be gone we're going to be at that meeting on the 25th.
But for that meeting, if those two show up, you can start with that, right?
Good with that.
Do we have a time and location, or is that going to be?
District office, and we'll send out the time, so.
Should I
Sooner
put...
the better. Earlier the better. So I guess the time really depends on what you and Gary works for you, Brian. What does your schedule dictate?
Anything after 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Either one of those, just pick one and we can run with it. Gary's in town, I'm assuming, and
Can we do it at 5 p.m.?
5 p.m. on the 25th.
And should we pencil in the 4th of October?
That is the Powder Puff. Just so you know, that's the homecoming
Right, what is
Powder
that
Puff
time? What
game
time?
at 6:30.
That's at
And the
6:30.
coronation during the halftime.
I'm all right having the meeting.
Okay.
The Powder Puff starts at what
That's all
time?
right.
Powder Puff starts at 6:30, Pam? Is that what it is?
6:30, yeah.
Well, if you met from 5 to 6:30,
Yeah,
I mean, that
that's probably long enough.
Judy, you're supposed to help me with this.
She
Oh, we
is.
could get it all taken care of on the 25th.
And we think positive, yes, we could.
Oh.
or an extra hour if you need another meeting. But
Yeah, so 5 o'clock, and then if we need to leave, we just end when we need to leave on the 4th.
Okay. So you said 5 o'clock on the 4th also, depending on what progress you make on the 25th. Okay.
So we're still talking about the Ask
Ask Me,
Me,
yes.
the second meeting for
I
that.
am, I don't know if you are, you're the president, so,
And I'm sorry, where did you say we would meet?
district office.
District office.
And so then Judy, you'll plan on,
I won't be able to make the 25th,
25th,
but
the
I will
4th.
the 4th, yeah.
okay. Then for the TEA, the remaining 3 present, are you willing, Mrs.
I'm willing
Laswell?
to.
Ms. Gupta? Okay.
That's a fair division. 3 and 3.
And we're using the same dates?
No.
Oh,
The TA was looking at Wednesdays, beginning at 6:30. Starting which Wednesday? I think the soonest would be the 26th.
Well, I will be out of town that September 26th.
okay.
Would it be good to check with Kathy to see if she wanted to be
I can certainly check with her.
Sure.
on one of those, on one of the teams?
I'm really interested in the other 2 committees we set up beforehand, so if she wanted to be on this committee,
Okay.
that would be a good thing.
Okay, great. We'll check with her, and if she doesn't want to, you'll have to show up.
I will do it if she doesn't want to, yes.
With enthusiasm, right?
Deb's going to be...
With
out of town.
enthusiasm, except for it's Wednesdays,
Yeah,
and
I
you're
mean,
all
if you
going to
just-
show up on the 31st for the Halloween and help out with Halloween instead of...
I mean, if you want to, the same thing, if you want to start on that one,
Yeah.
and then certainly go from there. It's just fine.
I'd like to be, if we could begin on the 26th.
Okay, but, so Mrs. Buswell, you won't be available, but you'll,
But I
for
could
that
still be
first
on
meeting,
it.
but you'll be
Right.
on the committee.
Sure.
for-
Okay.
If we go beyond that first.
There you go. Yeah, be positive.
And what was the time? You said 6:30?
6:30. And then I think we can just set
Set dates.
future dates at that meeting.
Okay. Is that enough, or do we need to do anything more formal than simply assigning people to those committees?
That's
That's
all.
sufficient.
That's what we've done in the past. Yep.
See,
Seems like you
maybe
need
we
something.
Help from time to time. Anything else, Mrs. Zardi, on that particular item?
No.